Okay, second last, number 15. What motivates you? Okay, what motivates you? Tell me, what motivates you? Hello, everyone. So, congratulations, your CV has been selected, and now you are being called for an interview with the manager. How would you face this interview? Today, we are going to tell you these 16 killing questions the interviewers generally ask you, and you fumble most of the time answering them, or you make a mistake there. Be prepared for these 16 questions, and after you've mastered these 16 questions, we are sure that you are going to get hired for this new job. So let's dive into our presentation for today and see what are those 16 questions the interviewers really ask you and trick you with those questions. Okay, so this is what we really want to hear. You are hired. Congratulations, and your paychecks will start very soon. But before you get there are some questions that you have to answer to your future boss or the boss to be, so that you get qualified and get selected for that dream job that you've been waiting for. So let us quickly get into the content for the day today and see what are those 16 killing questions the interviewers really ask you. So before we go there, there's a short announcement for all of you. So please subscribe, like, and hit that bell icon, because we spend a lot of time and energy doing this for you. And also, there's an announcement for you all to come to 14teachers.com. The link is mentioned here. 14teachers.com. We'll also put it in the description. This is the place where you can get great advice by booking an appointment with us. We have a lot of coaches, counselors, mentors for you, waiting for you to book a slot with them and then get the right advice. With one right advice, you can change your life. All right, so let us continue with our presentation. So, the moment you get a call, from the recruiter or from the organization where you have applied, your preparation should begin, and your interview really starts even before you have reached the organization to give the interview. So what are those pillars? We will, without wasting any time, we will just get into those pillars. So number one, tell me something about you. The most common question, the most abused question that every interviewer asks you is, tell me something about yourself. You have to be very, very crisp and to the point on this. Do not start long stories from your childhood. Tell them about your education, tell them about your additional qualifications that you have, your overall experience that you have, and some very important projects that you've done. That's it. Stop and wait for the next question. The interviewer is not interested in listening to your life story. Okay, you are not Steve Jobs. You're applying for a job. So be very specific and just be to the point. Number two, what are your strengths? Again, is one killer question that has killed so many interviewees, and they have not been able to crack it. Remember, when they are talking about your strengths, you should not be saying that I am very honest and I have a lot of integrity and I am very caring and I am very punctual. These are not your strengths, these are your values. What are your strengths? Your strengths are the skill sets that you have, that you are good at. You can say you have a great interest for data. You can look at the bigger picture of the organization and understand, how the vision of the organization is aligned to the overall working processes of the organization. Talk something good before you go there. As I just said, that your interview has already started by the time you have got a call for the interview. So go to the website of that organization, read some reviews about the organization, go to glassdoor.com and see what the employees are saying about this organization, gather all that information and then go. If you are able to tell them, your manager to be, your future boss, what is the vision of that organization where you applied, I'm telling you, almost 50% of the interview you've already cracked it. So memorize that, or at least know what the vision of the organization is, so that when you go, you talk in that language. say that I understand that the vision of the organization is this. I look at that bigger picture and I see that I have that capabilities and skill set to be able to align to that vision of the organization. Now, the next question obviously is then what are your weaknesses? If you are so good, obviously everyone has some weaknesses. Now, this is a tricky one. What you have to do is that you have to answer in a way that your weaknesses also should sound like a strength. What will you say? You will say that I use uh, I'm very calendar driven. Everything that I have to do, I put it on my calendar. I do not want to memorize things because sometimes I miss. There are so many meetings and so many tasks to do that I am very much dependent on my calendar. Now it may sound like saying this, it is a weakness, but on the other side, if you see, this is a great strength that you are a very organized person. Okay. Or the other thing that you can say is that I generally, when I have to do some calculations, I reach for the calculator. I'm not very good at doing these calculations mentally. Again, you are using the support and resources that have been provided to you by technology. I mean, why do you have to do a multiplication of 3,399 with 444? Yeah, you don't have to do it manually. So reach for the calculator. Again, this is, you're saying this as a weakness, but again, this is a strength, which means that you are good at utilizing the resources. You can talk about the calendar, how you organize your mails. So talk about, you wrap them in a way, your weaknesses, that they also sound like a strength. Number X. Let's go to number 4. How would your current or last boss describe you? Okay, be very, very honest. There are good chances that they may call them for a reference check. So when you are talking about your boss or the current boss, just say the exact relationship or association that you have. You say that if it is not good, say, you can say that we have a love-hate relationship. Sometimes he doesn't agree to what I say, sometimes I don't agree to what he says. So this is the kind of relationship we have, but he is a great guy. I really respect him for the way he manages the team and the way he makes us work. Okay, talk something good and positive about your supervisor. Do not start creeping about your supervisor. Do not say bad things about the supervisor in front of this manager. Okay, the next one, number 5, describe the attributes of the worst boss you've ever had. Okay, now see this. Treat this like a minefield. You are now, the interviewer is trying to trap you. Yeah, he's trying to trap you. A misstep could blow you up in the face. Try to put a positive spin on the negative attribute. So I'm reading this from the slide. That is why I'm not looking into the camera. So describe the attributes of the worst boss you've ever had. Even if you had the worst boss and he gave you or she gave you nightmares, and you literally wanted to punch that guy in the face, but then also in the interview, you're not going to say this. You'll say that all the bosses I've ever had were great leaders. They always worked for the better of the organization. There are always some agreements and disagreements when you are working with a person. We are all human beings, but I don't remember any bad boss till date. All of them were really good. Again, very, very positive and a good reply. Now, let's go to the next one very fast. We don't want to waste any time because we've got 16. Number 6, describe a conflict or disagreement you've had at work and explain how you handled it. You'll have to be very, very positive again on this question. Conflict or disagreement. Don't say I am very headstrong. If I've decided something, I will do it come what may. I have a point of view, I make sure that I make people agree to that. All these are negative things. All these are negative things. Even if you have these things in you, you will not talk about these things in the interview. What you will say is that, see, conflicts are a part of our daily life. You are asking me, about one instance. I can give you 100 instances we've had, but I really do not call that a conflict. I would say, a difference of opinion. So there are many that we have on a daily basis. When you are in a role like this, when you are doing the a job for the organization, you have to think about vision and mission of the organization. As long as you are thinking right and you are aligned with that, then these agreements or disagreements and conflicts and difference of opinions will keep on happening. I don't remember a specific scenario, but I've told you. Yeah, again, positive. Be positive. How do you react to criticism? Okay, so tell them that feedback is something that is like a gift, and everyone should accept it like a gift. So if someone tells me or criticizes me, I would always want to see it with facts, whether that person is saying the right thing. If the person is saying the right thing, I would definitely want to change myself for better. And if the person, he has said something or she has said something which I know is not true, I will smile and pass it on. It doesn't really matter, because criticism will not decide my future. I have to make my life myself. I decide what I have to do. Now, this is something which will show you about your leadership qualities, how you will manage the team, how you will lead the team, what kind of a leader you are. Again, be positive. You have to maintain this positivity throughout the interview. It's just a matter of 1 hour maximum. Generally, the interviews will happen for 25-30 minutes, some interview for 40-45 minutes. Rare scenarios, your interview will go for an hour or so. Yeah, so you just maintain this calm and positivity for an hour, 60 minutes. Okay, next one, give an example of a risk you took at work or school and how it turned out. What did you learn from the outcome? You see, there are so many risks that we take, yeah, lot of times, and then you can narrate some incidents, but it again has to be a very very positive and well thought of risk. Please do not talk about something where you put the credibility of either you, your team, or the organization at stake. Do not talk about those kind of risks. Talk about a risk which was very small, but you can tell that your manager or your interviewer that this is the risk I took, and that was it worked out to be very great. You can talk about some training program. You can say that I took the risk of spending maybe $10,000 on a course that I wanted to do. I was really not sure whether I'll get that kind of a value, but learning is something that it's a continuous process. We should never stop that. And I took that risk and spent those $10,000, and I bought that course and did that course and got that certification, and now it is helping me a lot. Yeah, again a risk, but very very positively wrapped, beautifully wrapped in a positive way. Next, number 9. What is your managerial style? What is your managerial style? This is a difficult question and a very open question. You say, my managerial style is assertive. Don't say I am aggressive. Don't say I am very lenient. My managerial style is accommodating. I'm a people's person. I listen to the point of view before I throw my weight and designation on people. Yeah? I am a collaborative leader. These are the kind of words that you can use. Next one, number 10. Why do you want to leave your current employer? Okay, now, even if you are going through hell in the current organization, do not talk anything negative, because this manager is waiting for an opportunity to dismiss you. Yeah, waiting for an opportunity to dismiss you. So be very, very positive. A prospective employer doesn't want to hear a litany of grievances against your current employer, because they think that if in front of this person you are talking about your current organization, tomorrow you will go somewhere else and talk about this organization. So that's very simple. You have to be very positive. Say it is a great organization. I have learned so much in that organization, but I think this new opportunity will give me much more enrichment in my job, a lot of learning. I learn something new. And then when you work with a new team, they have new set of ideas, and you are open to newer out of the box thinking ideas, out of the box solutions. There are so many new things that happen when you join a new organization. So I'm looking for this opportunity because I want to expand and enhance my learning and enrich my job. Again, give it a positive spin. Forget about what is happening with you in the current organization, all the unhappiness. Don't talk about that there. Okay. You can talk about it in the exit interview with the HR when you are leaving. All the things that are not going well. But here you have to maintain that positivity. Be positive. Number 11. What is your most important contribution to your last current employer? Talk about some great project that you did. So you can say, for example, that I did one great project on controlling the attrition for the organization, where we brought down the attrition of Salesforce. By Salesforce, I mean the people who work in sales, not the Salesforce software. Uh, we brought down the attrition from, say, 80% to less than 50%. That resulted in the organization saving almost $250,000 per year. Be very specific and give them some kind of a number, either a revenue number or a cost number or something to do with, for example, customer satisfaction score. Say I did a project on customer satisfaction and we increased the customer satisfaction from 80% to 90% plus, 95% plus. Give them those kind of numbers and figures. Be very factual here. Don't talk in the air. Be very factual here. Let's move to the next one. Number 12. All right, 4 more to go. That's it. What accomplishment in your life are you most proud of? Again, talk about something very, very specific. Say that joining this particular organization, where you are working right now, or doing a particular course, or doing something maybe outside of the work. You went for trekking, you went for hiking, you went for biking, you won some kind of a race, you won a football match. It does not necessarily have to be work related. You've already talked about a project that you did just in the last one. Yeah? So now if they ask you for your accomplishment, you can talk about anything which will give your interviewer a kind of seriousness about you, that whatever you do, if you take up a job, you're very serious about it. Even if you are, a table tennis player, a soccer player, cricketer, baseball, chess, anything that you do. Yeah, you are into bodybuilding, you are a fitness freak, you love training people. So whatever you have achieved in that genre, talk about that here. Moving on to number 13. Would you hire you for this job? So if you were the manager hiring for this job, would you hire yourself? Say yes, I would definitely want to hire a person for this particular role, and I would definitely hire myself because I think I have that right set of capabilities and the right skills which exactly match the description of the job. Yeah, so I am the right person. Be positive here. Say yes, definitely. Why would I not hire myself? Eh? Don't say I will think about it, which means you are not sure. You just say yes, I'm 100% sure that I will hire myself. Number 14. Why should we hire you over other finalists for this position? Of course, you won't know their credentials, so focus on your own. So, why should we hire you? Yeah, a common question, but again, a very, very killing question. Why should we hire you? Obviously, now you have to boast about yourself. Never demean the other finalists. You know, you may never know. You may never know. There may be no one in that list. You are the only one who's reached this stage. But your interviewer can always fool you with this question and say that why should we hire you? We have 5 more people sitting outside, or coming for the interview tomorrow, or people came yesterday. Yeah, why should we hire you? Talk about some facts, and match them with the vision of the organization and the position that you have applied for. Then that is why I said you have to do some thorough work before you go for this. Yeah, so it'll be a good idea, if you write these questions on a piece of paper, and also write the responses that I am telling you, and use your brains, your energy, your creativity, your experience, and put those answers there and revise them before you go for the interview. And everything has to be backed up by some facts and numbers. Do not talk in the thin air. I'm saying again and again, do not talk in the thin air. Your interviewer is smarter than you, and that is why he is where he is right now. Yeah, and that is why he is interviewing you. So if he is in that position, definitely he has done something. So you will not be able to fool that person, and don't even try to fool that person. Yeah? Be very, very factual, talk with facts and logic and numbers, and speak the truth most of the time. Most of the time. Why I'm saying most of the time is that when they ask you about your current organization and you're going through a very bad time, that is not the time to speak the truth. Yeah. But what and also at the same time, you don't have to lie. You have to just give an answer in a way that you say, yeah, oh, we always have difference of opinion with my supervisors. Everyone has. I'm sure you also have a lot of difference of opinion with your manager. We are all human beings. We have our thought process, and that actually separates us from the machines. Where we have intelligence, we think and we react, and then we do the discussion. And whenever we do these discussions and small debates, we always come up with some good ideas and good solutions. Positivity, remember. Okay, second last, number 15. What motivates you? Okay, what motivates you? Tell me, what motivates you? I get motivated when I know that I have to make a video for you. I am an educator, I am a coach, yeah? I am a trainer, I am a facilitator. So these are the things that I really love doing. Yeah? If you ask me to do some kind of a coaching and some mentoring for someone, even if it is in the middle of the night, I'll get up and do that. That motivates me. So what is your motivation? Yeah? Tell that. Yeah? Make a list of a few things and tell the truth. Tell the truth. Yeah. What motivates you? Tell them that this is what motivates me, really. Okay. How do you motivate others? Now, motivating others is a very difficult thing. Yeah? How do you motivate others? You motivate others by doing something, by walking the talk, by making them see how you motivate yourself. How are you motivated? If you are slouching and lousy and you are sitting in the chair throughout the day, not moving at all, and people are saying that my manager himself is so low on the energy most of the time, he is drowsy, then I mean, how will you motivate others? You are yourself so lazy. Yeah. So you have to be energetic, you have to be motivated yourself, and that is where your team members will look up to you, and that is how you motivate them. You walk the talk. If you say that you are going to complete this task by 6 p.m., then that 6 p.m. should mean 5:59 p.m. That's those are the things that really give motivation to the team members and others around you. Okay, we've given you 16 killer questions. Those the interviewers can ask you, and there are some very very basic things. Reach on time and be dressed up, and talk politely and wish everyone and pull the chair properly. These are basic things. I'm sure you know all this, so that is why we are not talking about it. We are talking about the most important killer questions that make or break the interview. So at this point, we would like to say all the best to you for that interview which is just coming up. Remember to subscribe to our channel, and also please mention anything that you want to know extra, any topic that you want to know where we should be making the next video on, or any help that you need. Once again, to remind you, please go to 14teachers.com if you're looking for some specific information, you're looking for a coach, a mentor, a guide, or a counselor for yourself or your business ideas or your current business. We are there to help you. 14teachers.com. Thank you once again. All the best of health to you and your family. Be safe till we meet again. Bye-bye.